All right, let's take a look at the items that I just received in the mail and I'm super excited about. So I got this entire set of Thule products for my 2014 Volkswagen Touareg, and it starts out with the basic crossbars. I got the wing bar, 135 centimeter, which is about 53 inches. And I wanted that size because it sticks out a little bit over the edge of the car, but not too much where I'm going to hit my head. And in order to mount those crossbars, of course, I needed the feet to go along with that. So I've got the raised rail pods that will secure the crossbars in place. And I also want to be able to carry kayaks and possibly paddle boards. And so I got this combination thing called the Thule Compass. And I watched the video on that. It was really impressive with respect to what it can hold and how secure things are when they're mounted correctly. And in order to strap things down right, I went with the Thule special little anchors here where these pieces go underneath the hood or underneath the back latch, and then you use the strap kind of hangs out in the open, and you can tie the other strap, the main straps, onto that. So I bought 2 of those, and I also bought, I want to be able to secure this device, so I bought the 1-key system. I need a 4-pack because I've got the 4 main feet here. So that's what it looks like inside the boxes, and I'll take those out, lay them out so you can see all of them before I assemble. Okay, now that I've got everything out of the box, so we can take a look at all these pieces, and I counted what was supposed to be in there, and we got them all. So you can see the long silver pieces are the main crossbars, and then the black feet, and those are pretty darn solid. You know, you can kind of get a sense for how what the quality is of different pieces when you can, you know, kind of feel for how sturdy they are, and those feel really sturdy. So those are the feet, and then we have this this one lock piece here. So there's one of these that fits in to each one of these to help lock the system down, and there's actually 2 keys that are provided in this kit. And then we have the black pieces, which are all the trim, and then these little black pieces go on the very end of the bars. And it looks like there's some kind of tool associated with being able to make an installation here. So that's the basic crossbar set with the particular feet style that I ordered. And then we can move over to the kayak holder, or the compass I call it. So these are the 2 main pieces here. One sits toward the front and one sits toward the back of the vehicle. And grabbing onto these things, these are rock solid. These are very heavy, very sturdy, so I think that's going to work out well. I'm pretty excited about that. And then there's a series of straps. They're kind of like ratchet straps to help attach the canoe or whatever it is that you're hauling. And then there's some kind of anchors that go from whatever it is that you've got on top down to either the front or the back of the vehicle to help secure it. And then there's a bunch of knobs and things that help to secure this piece onto the main crossbars. So that's kind of what everything's looking like. I got all the pieces that I need. Everything was packaged really well. And next step is going to be putting it on the vehicle. Ah, Thule is from Sweden, yeah? Alright, here's the Touareg before I install the roof rack. So this is my existing rail system, and I do have the panoramic roof. So one thing I'll be checking for is making sure that when this roof comes up and slides back, it doesn't hit any of the components of the roof rack. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to use some extreme care when I've got it on there. Anyway, so this is the before. Here are the crossbars. I just installed them. One of the things I needed to verify right off the bat was that there was clearance between when the sunroof is open. We do not have any clearance issues here with the basic crossbars, and so here I started out with the sunroof open, and then I installed the crossbars on top of that. So you can see that there actually is enough clearance with this particular kit to allow you to install this on a panoramic roof on the Volkswagen Touareg. So it looks like there's probably 3/4 of an inch of clearance there between this and the moonroof or the sunroof. So that's great news. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish putting the covers on with the locks, and I'm going to take it for a ride and see how noisy it is. Hopefully it's not too bad. And one of the things I think is really cool about this kit is that it comes with what I'm calling a little mini torque wrench here. Let's see. And you can see the writing on here says 4 Newton meters. So that's the torque that is set for this wrench. So when you achieve that, when you're tightening up these bolts, you'll actually hear a clicking sound. So that's the click. And that lets you know that that bolt is tight enough for those feet. So that leaves nothing to the imagination as far as how tight that needs to go, which is great. All right, now that I've got those all tightened down, I'm going to take it for a spin, see what the noise level is. Here you can get a look at what these crossbars look like from inside the vehicle with the panoramic roof. So you can obviously see the one in the back and the one in the front. I just took this for a test drive, and what I'm noticing is a high-pitched whistling sound that starts about 30 miles per hour, and I can clearly hear it really at the lower speeds, but it's not really annoying to me. And I got up to about 125 miles an hour, and it really, at anything over maybe 50 miles per hour, the road noise is stronger than this whistling sound that comes from these bars. Between that and having the radio on low, honestly, which I normally do, I didn't really notice it, except a slight whistle between 30 and about 45 miles per hour. And I can certainly live with that.
Holy, darf man schmieden, ja?
Now I'm in the process of installing the compass kayak holder. And you can see there's a number of components here. There's a spacer and a bolt, and then some kind of metal bracket here, and then the main nuts that go on the end of that. And so I've got that installed onto my wing bar. And my main concern here was that I was going to have enough clearance for my sunroof. And I'm getting ready. It looks like it should be just fine. I'm going to go ahead and try to close that now, and hopefully nothing will scrape, otherwise I'll have some issues. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to close that sunroof. You may hear a grown man cry if this doesn't work. Oh, that's perfect. So here it is, a combination of basic roof rack and kayak holder that works well for a 2014 VW Tourareg. And this took me a while to find and sort out and research, but I finally got what I needed. Hopefully you all will find this video helpful. There's only one critical thing missing from this picture: the kayaks. So I'm getting ready to purchase a couple of kayaks. I'm going to mount them to this new system, and I will be generating a follow-up video to give you my impressions of how those kayaks hold with this particular arrangement. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks again for being part of Into Everything. Take care.